Hi, soul family. Obviously, we got cut off. And I think Spirit decided to let me look like a human instead of just something a cat drug in, which is how I've been doing most of my videos. They're like, it's okay to look a little pretty. So I gave myself a shower, and my hair's still wet, but I'm out here where it's beautiful, and I'm going to finish my story. So here I was in my mountains being attacked by the trees that love me and that I love. And basically everything was happening for a reason. Everything that you're going through is happening to help you prepare for what it is that you've asked for. And you may not know that. So I wanted a less stressful work environment. I wanted to be doing my spiritual work, and I wanted to be helping other people, and I wanted to be enjoying it. And it has to be something that I stand behind and that I'm passionate about and that I believe in. And I grew up in the forest, and I grew up with animals, and I'm an animal communicator, and so everything was happening that doesn't necessarily make sense when you're going through it. So here I am being stabbed by my pine cones and my pine trees that are supposed to love me, right? And just looking at this broom, it's bothering me. I'm not a witch. I guess maybe I am, what other people call a witch. I work with the elements, but I don't like things. I don't like the stage. I should be set yucky. Anyway, this is all going to rack around. So I think we got cut off because it was probably going on too long. I was basically being guided by Spirit that when a snake bites you, it can kill you, it can make you very, very sick, but it also can, the next time, or even part of that, can prove to be an anti-venom for you. So that's what happened. I got stabbed with the pine needles, and you guys saw, I think I've shown you, my renter next door, she knew, pustules and all over my arms and my feet and my hands, and I was just like, what is going on? Now, I had already gotten poison oak, and so because my body was already rushing to the defense, it's going to react really strongly to this one, right? So think about the symbolic meaning. Something's already hurt you. The next time it pierces you, it's going to hurt even more. It's going to be a huger reaction. But then you have built an immunity to something. So anyway, it was like I was supposed to take my silver solution that Spirit had saturated me with, literally, in my environment and around me, in my body, whatever, and they were guiding me to different essential oils. And now my mom studied with Dr. Bach in the Bach flower remedies in England, and I grew up with essential oils. She was always covered in essential oils. And it's funny because I would go into her house and I would say, oh, Mom, what does that smell? It smells like dust. And I think it was patchouli. I don't like the smell of patchouli, but it meant something. It meant she knew why she was wearing it, right? And so it's funny how things change when you know it's good for you. All of a sudden, you learn to like it. I didn't, avocados, I wasn't a fan. I need them for my skin. Look at my skin. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I literally looked like I aged in 3 weeks. I was just like, what's going on? All I've been using is this silver solution, which eradicates third world viruses. It's an antimicrobial. My landlord had third-degree burns on his hands, and it healed him. He had some kind of a virus that the doctors couldn't understand. They couldn't feed. They couldn't heal. They were feeding the virus by giving him antibiotics. And anyway, the silver solution eradicated it. And so, yeah, I'm doing all that. And then Spirit's been guiding me to, that's not enough. I've had people say to me, well, can I just get the silver solution? No, because the company that was making it has sold out to the government, and now you got to get a prescription in order to get it. There is another company he's working with, and when it's available, I will make it available. Right now, they're still in the process, and I can't give the name of the company, but I'm able to get the product. But Spirit said it's not just enough. Yeah, whenever the wind chimes sing, it's the angels talking. My mom says, it's me, you'll hear me. And so with my cats, with my own self, I started making blends. This is, I didn't realize I brought them out here. I don't have labels. That's another part of this message. And I didn't have very many bottles. So this bottle I use every single day. I have an elixir that's all the essential oils with the silver solution that were specifically for my face and for what I needed for it. And it's rich. It's liquid gold. It's on my website. My website, www.theangelswhisper.com, if you want to go check it out. It's called Angels Whisper Wellness Line. So anyway, I put that on my face every morning and every night, and then I spray myself with this every day. You guys have seen me. Now, I can have it in my mouth. I have it up my nose. It's got silver solution and all these essential oils. I have it on my hair. Now, I don't want to waste this. This isn't a chamomile carrier, all these essential oils. This one has more of a chamomile carrier and the essential oils, and this has got specifically for my skin. Oh my God, this one's got rose and it smells amazing. So I spray this on myself constantly. That's why people, you know, I have a mask if somebody's gonna have a heart attack, you know, if I'm out there, but I'm so completely covered and protected. I don't have anything, I'm not getting anything. But Spirit was trying to get me to do this, and I didn't understand. And so I started, the reason it happened and the reason it worked was because I had things that I had to deal with for myself. What am I gonna do, right? What am I gonna do about this? What am I gonna do about Liger and Sammy and even Willow, you know, because aromatherapy can help you stop smoking, have the craving for smoking. It can stimulate you to eat. It calms you from anxiety. It does everything. Spirit is trying to show us to turn away from the drugs and use the natural elements. Get outside, use the natural vitamin D. You don't have to be out in the hottest part of the day, but you need at least 10 minutes a day. I can't see you. I gotta put these back on, sorry. I found these glasses because these are the ones that actually, I look at the lenses are cracked at the bottoms. I couldn't find my other ones. Anyway, I think these ones go dark in the sun if it gets too bright, and I got sensitive eyes. So, so I started to, you know, it's funny, you don't listen to something until you need it, right? You don't, it's kind of like people, yeah, they believe in God, they believe in Spirit, but they don't start praying until something really bad happens to them or someone else. Not everyone, but, you know, often it's that case. So I thought, I've got to do something for these cats. I'm not going to fill them with steroids and antibiotics. I don't put it in my body. Why would I give it to them? And so I started researching, and the way I started getting what they needed, and I started putting them together for myself. Same thing with my smoothie that looks like baby diarrhea, right? My twin did one that was like sludge green, and I thought, look, I've got MCT oil, I've got collagen, I've got flax is what's making this. Whole lemon, frozen lemon, the whole thing, banana, juniper berry, fir, pine, because they want it in my body so that I have an immunity to it. Also, I'm running juniper berry in the house. Spirit said to me in my reading, I think I was live with you guys, you need acai, you need goji berry. And I'm like, what? That's also in here. Yes, I did, if you look it up. You want to talk about a superpower shake and a smoothie? Oh my gosh, everything that's in here. The MCT is brain food. It helps with Alzheimer's. It helps with tremors. It helps with anxiety. It helps with autism. It's a brain food. It helps your mind stay, you know, centered and focused. That's in my shake. Colostrum, and just trying to think of all the different things. I've talked about it before, but Spirit led me to most of the stuff that, you know, they tell me the essential oils to put in here. Tangerine's really big for me right now. Orange, tangerine, grapefruit, whatever it is. So with I thought, okay, I had an order. Thank you, Betty Dragonwood. I'm thinking about, actually I was going to say the butterfly, but I picked up the owl, the seer. Oh, and a butterfly just flew by. Hi, Mom. No, it's beautiful. I wonder if you could see. Oh, come on, you going to come back across? It was a big white one. And white represents the love coming from a spiritual person that's not in your presence any longer. Could be my twin, too. So, I just heard get centered. I'm getting centered sitting out here. I'm just kind of bringing this all in, too. So, I had an order from Betty Dragonwood. She was going to order the silver solution spray and the throat spray and the body spray. And I heard in my head from somebody, I don't know, you know, it sounds kind of crazy, but it's not like it can hurt. No, it's going to help. You watch. It'll do amazing things. And yet I didn't, they ordered me, they sent me my product, but I didn't have the product that I thought I was supposed to have. I thought I had the bottle of solution, but I didn't. I had other things. So it's coming today. So I'll be able to fill her order finally and get it off, because she's already paid for it. Thank you. But in the meantime, I had just a little bit left, and I had the gels, and I had my essential oils, and Spirit, you know, I have a group of sisters called the Rainbow Sisters that Spirit encouraged me to get together. And they're ones that are in 2 different countries, and they're alone, and they are all having their own struggles and needing support. And they were always there. Whenever we did a soul family meetup, they were always there. So it was these ones. And we speak to each other every single day. They're amazing. We learn from each other. We are truthful with each other, and you know, sometimes we say things that the other doesn't want to hear, but we do it because we love each other, and we're free and we're open. And it was basically, you know, who's your tribe, right? Who can you go to? Who's your tribe? And I thought, well, let's find out. I don't have a lot that I can make a big batch of stuff, but I've got these little roller bottles, and I showed you guys the little roller bottles. And so I asked them, and I know most of what their issues are, but I asked, you know, what are the things that you're dealing with? Some people have anxiety, some people have depression, some people are trying to quit smoking, some people have, you know, degenerative back disease, some people have fibromyalgia, some people have lupus, some people have anxiety. I said anxiety, so some people have that more than once. Some people have insomnia. There's all kinds of different things. There's fear, there's anger, there's needing to release. What do I need to let go of, right? All of these different things. So as I went through each person, I asked them, what do you feel that you suffer with? And so they gave me a list. They each gave me a big long list. And I went and I researched all the different essential oils that would help. And it was interesting because every one of us needed certain ones. All of us needed these certain ones, and so I started slowly making up the elixirs. Only one is getting a spray, which is interesting. Everybody else is either getting a roller or they're getting drops. And the roller, I was even shown the specific places that they're supposed to use them. One's supposed to put them underneath, right, roll it right underneath here and here and here in the third eye, and then one is specifically being told right here, one is specifically told here, one has got a pressure point right here, it needs to go behind the knees. There's certain things that need to be done. Somebody needs to spray it completely on their face, neck, and chest. Somebody needs to inhale it. I mean, the essential oils themselves are encouraging and healing, but they also are absorbing into the skin, and they're all going in with the silver solution. So they're being protected against every virus, right? It eradicates every virus. It has been documented to have done that. I have my own physical proof because I've been using it for almost 4 years now myself. And I have literally, with Spirit's help, I mean, they guide me to specific essential oils. I'll hear an oil and I'll look it up, and it's an oil and it's what I need, or if it's somebody that I need. I mean, in my group, right? So I was doing that, and I ran out of the rollers, you know, the little rollers. I wanted them to have that so that if they, you know, Amy has a hard time sleeping. And so if she has a roller ball, and she can have it in her bed, it's not going to spill everywhere, right? If you're out and you have it in your purse, it's easy that way. Now, with the rollers, they're filled with all essential oils, so it's, you know, it gets pricey. And in order for me to do this properly, I had to have all the essential oils that it was asking for. So I was buying before I was selling, right? But Spirit said, don't worry, you know, this is what we want you to do. We want you to do this. And the whole purpose was, like for the first video that got cut off, what Spirit says, just keep moving forward. We'll show you where the wall comes down. We'll handle it. We just want you to take one step forward. We're telling you to do this. We know what you need. We'll handle it. Now, it doesn't necessarily come in the way that we believe that it's going to come or who it's going to come from. So last night, I was saying, oh, shoot. I went back and I said, I need 2 more roller balls, and they only had 1. And I called them, and they don't know when they're going to get them in. And the lady at the Whole Food place, I mean, because the stores are all shut down, right? And one of my friends says, well, can't you get it on Amazon? And I said, I could order it on Amazon, but I need to get this done because when the product shows up today, I need to get filling this big order. I also have to work, right? So I was very careful about the words that I said. And I said, I am anticipating to see how Spirit's going to fund this. I'm anticipating. I didn't even say how they're going to bring me the money. So I bought the last roller ball that I had, and they had there, and then I went to another store. It was like 4 times the price to get the roller ball, and I'm like, God. But I got it because we needed it, right? And I know that when I can't wait for the girls to get their, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And so I wake up this morning, and there's an email. First of all, I wake up every morning really, really early because I wake up to listen to the birds and the wind chimes, and then I get up to feed my babies who aren't well, right? And so I'm up early, and I get an email from one of my soul sisters, Tammy, privately. She didn't send it to the group, and we all talk on the group all day long. They've been talking all day. And I didn't want to jump on there because I wanted to say this. And she said, look, we'll be arriving Friday. And I laughed when I saw it. I didn't know what it was at first, but I thought about my best friend, Diane. She's so organized. She owns Door County Traders. And we're going to go to that in a second. So I look at this list, and it's rollerballs, labels, and spray bottles. And she goes, I just figured you could use them, and we sent them out, her and her husband John. And I bawled. I just like, I'm anticipating to see how Spirit will handle this. And I walk around all the time, all day long, saying, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. My heart is open. I am so blessed. And I'm also ready to receive. It's easy to give. It's kind of hard to take. But I'm getting to the place where I recognize it's just energy. And why should you be the one that gives all the time? Why shouldn't you let somebody else be the one to give? Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Spirit. It makes people feel good to give, you know? And it was amazing. And so it's coming. I don't even have to worry about that. And Spirit said, don't worry about that. Now, I didn't get a private reading. That's not how I thought. I thought I would earn it. And Spirit says, you don't have to earn it. You give all the time. We're giving this to you. We're gifting this to you. And it came through Tammy and John. It was amazing. And they're amazing. And I appreciate it so very much. So their product is going off to them. And they were my guinea pigs, just like I was with Pat. And I realized last night when I was making them, I was naming them. And I thought, well, this is what this is, and this is what that is. And then I got to Amy's, and Amy's my grandma's name. Grandma's my hero. And I said, this is Amy's blend. And everyone else had a name, like Power Potion and Aura Elixir, and a Magnet for Miracles was Melissa's. And that was another thing, Melissa. I heard Sweet Melissa. And she is so sweet. She's just an angel. And I looked it up, and she needs it. We all needed it. And so I got that essential oil too. Sweet Melissa. It's lemon balm, actually. And so, where was I? Amy. So I got a little side message from Amy, and she goes, I like that it's got my name. I like that it's got my name. I went to get something once, and it was my name, and I bought it because it was my name. And the person said it was named after this person. She goes, I feel very special. And I'm here to tell you, ladies, you should feel very special because Spirit chose you. Spirit chose you to have these named. These are going to be sold to other people. These are going to be made available to other people because they do amazing things. But Spirit used you guys. You were the forerunners. You were the group. You were the pod, the first pod. And they're named after you, all of them. There's Kimmy's Fairy Water, and there's Kimberly's Aura Elixir, and there's Sherilyn's Power Potion, and there's Melissa's Magnet for Miracles, and there's Amy's blend, I Am Not Afraid of Change. And Tammy, what is Tammy's? Is Tammy's done yet? Tammy and Lori was the last, and I've got the potions together. What's Tammy's? I can't remember them all, but they're all named for them. And you'll see the list of things that they combat or encourage. One of them is Kimmy's, the fairy elixir. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They are boosters. It is a booster for your emotional, spiritual, and physical immune system. It was amazing. Like Spirit named these. So they're all going out to everybody. And my best friend Diane, she owns an antique store called Door County Traders. It's the most magical place. It's magical because of her. It's magical because she is magical. Spirit guided me to her door when they sent me on my spiritual journey. She's my best friend, and she was my lifeline. They sent me straight to her in the rain. I'll tell you the story really quick. It was pouring rain. I didn't know anybody in this place, and I was trying to find an umbrella. I couldn't find an umbrella. And I thought, well, maybe an antique store would have an old umbrella, right? So I went into her. She had a little shop at the time, and I went in. Sweetest lady in there. And I said, you wouldn't happen to have an umbrella, would you, for sale? And she goes, no, I'm sorry, I don't. And I said, that's okay. All right. And she goes, where are you from? And I said, California. And she goes, how long are you here for? And I said, just a few weeks. That's what I thought. And she goes, hold on a second. I'll be right back. Can you watch my shop? And that's a small town, right? I said, sure. So she runs out the back door, and she comes back in with this leopard umbrella. And she goes, here, you take mine. You use it while you're here, and when you're getting ready to go, just drop it back by. And I was like, wow. I mean, who gives you their own personal, really beautiful, nice new leopard umbrella, right? Come under my umbrella, says my best friend. And so I took it and pretty soon after that, I realized I wasn't leaving, and I came back in, and she goes, oh, you're leaving? And I said, no, I'm actually going to stay. Spirit says I'm staying. And she ended up being my best friend. So Diane is always thoughtful, always remembering of everybody else. And she's in this, she moved to a big shop, Door County Traders. And it's 2 stories, and it's got all these different booths, and it's super cool because there are all these different vendors, and then she's got the main floor. And she has new things, and she has old things, and gently used things, right? Just magical things. And everybody knows I love wind chimes. I mean, look, they're everywhere, right? Everywhere. And my next door neighbor, Ashley, you know, she's buying things on Amazon and over at Walmart. And I thought, I don't want to support Walmart that the government owns. You know, I want to support my best friend. I want to support a small business because, right? Everyone's dealing with it right now. People are not allowed to go out. And so I asked her, you know, she hasn't complained. I asked her, how are you doing? And she goes, we're okay. And I'm thinking, how are you doing? And hers was nothing about her. It was about, how are you? And everything she posts is positive, just like Tammy. Always this beautiful, happy, have a wonderful day, and always, you know, extending herself. And that's why everybody loves her, and that's why her shop is so magical. But now it's got to be curbside or online, but she ships all over the world. And so I went shopping at her place. And I thought, I've got to get, you know, a wind chime. This is a while ago. And so I found this beautiful, beautiful butterfly wind chime. And I said, oh my gosh, Diane, that's so gorgeous. How much is that? And she told me, and I said, and I thought, this is ridiculous. And Spirit says, no, it's not. You want it. You're worthy of it. She deserves it. She needs it. Get it. We'll take care of it. My mom, anytime, I don't just blow money. I'm very frugal. But I'm telling you, my mom pops into my head and she's like, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. And I always get it because I'm always cheap on myself, right? So I ordered it. And then she says, how about I give it to you for your birthday? And I'm like, oh my God, it was my birthday. She never forgets my birthday. And she didn't. But she must have been pretty overwhelmed with everything going on, right? And so I said, really? And she goes, yeah. And I said, oh, I would so love that. And so she sent it to me. Want to see it? It's magic. When we did the video before that I thought I was filming, I had it all done, but good thing because now I can just show it to you. Look at this. Look at this, Betty Dragonwood. Betty Dragonwood loves butterflies. And every time I think of butterflies, it associates with my twin. And the color, blue, Archangel Michael. Color of truth. White, coming clean, purity, innocence. Innocent like a dove. Gold, you are worthy. I love it. It's absolutely magical. And that's not all. That's not all. You all know, whoops, that I opened my prezzies online, right? So I opened it up online, and you guys, unfortunately, I had kicked off the camera. So I'll read you my birthday card. And what's so cool is she doesn't ever just send one thing, right? So I open it up, and there's this little package hanging on the outside of it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, chica. She's always called me that forever. Put your birthday is here. Put your cares somewhere else. Enjoy laughter and smiles and be good to yourself. Love, Diane. See the little heart? Look what she sent me. It's a magical little heart. I said, I heard, it's strange because I'm hearing malachite and I'm thinking it's not dark enough, I don't think, for malachite. And it's not amazonite because it's not light enough for amazonite. And she goes, well, maybe it's jade? I keep hearing amazonite. It's really strange. I'll show it to you up close. I had this perfect little chain too. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got the perfect chain for it. Now, I want to show it to you in the light. When I figure out what it is, there's a message in it. It's the lines. Isn't that fantastic? It's fantastic. So, I wanted to share that with you. And the reason this whole video started was because I was opening up a can of tuna fish for lager, tuna water. Because the vet said, just get all of them. Sammy, that he's stressed out, coughing. Willow, that she's not eating, she's lost weight. Liger, because of what he's been through. Whatever they will eat, it's good. Give it to them, whatever they will eat. And so I opened up the can of tuna fish for them because I'm a vegetarian, but my cats aren't. Actually, I've been a pescatarian lately because I've had tuna fish too. My body was craving oil. So I started just overdosing on avocado. Hey, Betty Dragonwood. Every time I see this, I think of you too. So the reason I started this whole thing was that was what was on the lid. More chunks of goodness. And look at the heart, right? And I said, oh my God, and look at the sun. Spirit says we want 10 minutes of sun, the natural vitamin D. Natural, this is all about natural. But what was coming to me was more chunks of goodness. And what's funny is I got that thing from Tammy, the email, and she says, look what's coming, it's arriving on Friday. And I laugh because that's what my friend Diane will say. She'll say, did you get it? She's always looking. It says that it was delivered, and I'm like, no, it wasn't here. Because they bring things to my door in Canyon Lake, right? So I went out to my mailbox, and there it was. So more and more chunks of goodness are coming to you. So I just wanted to say online for everybody, thank you to my girls for being my guinea pigs. And you could see that it's working on me. My skin's going back to normal, Spirit's like, they got to put me through it, And I think they got to put me through it because if they didn't put me through it, I wouldn't work so hard for it, right? I mean, if you've got your face scarred up, you're going to figure out how to fix it. My arms were all scarred up, right? I mean, my body, everything. So my kitties, I'll do whatever I need to do to fix my babies, right? And that's how Spirit showed me how to do it. And now it's going to be helping other people because we don't want to be filling our bodies with chemicals. We want to combat the chemicals. And everything that we get, even like the spray in the air, like the chemical spray that they're doing out there, pesticides, essential oils going in our body, going on our body, the silver solution going in our body, on our body, it's combating that, right? It's helping that. Not to mention essential oils. The aromatherapy works with our brain. Oh, I love it here. It's so magical. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so happy. I am so pleased. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I don't know if I showed you guys my little pond. Did I? I think I did. My little pond that I'm getting ready to, as soon as it gets down a little more solid, I'll fill it up with water again, and pretty soon I'll have some fishies in there. So that's it. I did want to say one more thing about my friend Joey. Joey was a client of mine, and he found me on Facebook or something, and I've spoken about him a lot. He's an animal communicator. The animals love him, and he loves them. And he wrote me yesterday, and he says, the bank accidentally deposited $70,000 in my account. And I'm thinking, that was no accident. And he goes, so when they took it out, they said because I was such a good sport about it, they would, write off some kind of fee the next time. And I said, print that out and put it on your refrigerator, because Spirit just gave you $70,000. It was like there was a different number, 69. And 69,000. And I said, 6 means don't be so focused on the material world. Keep your thoughts to Spirit. They know what you need, right? 6 is also victory. I'm looking at a wish. Make a wish right now. I'm making one. It's right there. Make a wish. Yes. Okay. So 6 is telling you to focus on your spiritual world, right? And everything that you need will be brought to you. But it also represents victory. And 9 says, you've got everything you need, light worker, in order to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path. Stop procrastinating. When I was doing these essential oils, I was needing to make up lorries, and I was trying to find this specific oil that I couldn't find anywhere. And Spirit said in my head, you've got what you need. Now, I do want to get it, but you've got what you need. Get going. You've got enough. And right as I say that, the most cheeky, beautiful, big, fat robin landed in the tree. We don't have robins I said this before, in Canyon Lake. They are in California, but they're not in Canyon Lake. See in the tree? Hi, beautiful. Hi. Are you a robin or are you a female cardinal? Oh my gosh. I've got essential oil in my eyes. Oh, what are you? What are you? Oh, no, that's the special bird. That's the special bird. Please, you guys, look at this bird and tell me what this bird is. Hi. He's got like a redwood chest. It's beautiful. This bird comes to visit me, and I never get too close. Come on, what are you? I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to see your beauty. Hi. Don't fly, just walk. Hi. Hi. Can you show me? Oh, you little stinker. Does that every day. Comes over and just gives me a glimpse. Don't know what he is. Looked like a robin, but he was way too big. Okay, he's sitting on... It's the same bird. I swear I have a pet bird. It's the same bird. It's like I have a pet squirrel here, too. Okay, let me finish the story for Joey. 9, you've got everything you need to move forward, right? And I said, print out that paper. I said, I don't know if they've taken it out already, but go to the bank and ask them to print it out. Put it on your refrigerator. Because what Spirit's telling you is that you don't have to worry about anything. And a butterfly just went by. You don't have to worry about anything. We know what you need. You keep focused on your path. You do your thing. We are depositing $69,000 worth of whatever it is that you need into your life at this moment. What is the most precious thing to you? What is the most valuable thing to you? What is it that you've been... I'm looking at my golden butterfly. I'm looking at my twin, right? To me, that's the most precious thing for me. That's coming to you. So whatever, he says, oh my gosh, he goes, I think it's the workman's comp thing. They've been fighting, I've been fighting this. He goes, I think it's going to come through. I said, it is. $69,000 just got deposited into your bank. That was not a coincidence. And then if you add 6 and 9 together, no, I'm not good at this. 6 and 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? Wait, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Goes right back down to victory again. I said it goes right back around. It circles right back around. So the message is very, very loud for you. You, Spirit, the universe, just handed you almost $70,000. Now, it was rounded up just a squirt because it was 69 and something, right? Rounded up and it's to 7. If you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, if you listen to what we're saying, if you keep moving forward, I'll come across an obstacle. No, there's no obstacle. You keep moving forward until we show you where the wall has started to come down. You keep moving forward. Okay, I'm run out of funds. I don't have the bottles. Don't worry about it. We'll have them delivered to your freaking house. We'll take care of it, right? 7 says, if you stay on that spiritually illuminated path, it will exceed your expectations. And he was like, yes. And I'm like, thank you for sharing that with me because I'm going to share it. So this is not just for Diane. This is not just for Tammy. This is not just for Joe. This is for all of us. This is for our family, our soul family. Because my daughter gave me a photo album and it said family. And there are many branches and we might branch off in different directions. But at the roots, we are one. Right? We're part of the United Collective. We are one. And this is all about all of us. And Spirit is here for every one of us. And every story I tell isn't just my story. It's your story, too. It's your story, too. I love you guys. I love you, Diane. I love you, Tammy. I love you, girls. I love you, babe. I love you, Mom.